If you looked at the country, it was broken down. There was no infrastructure, there was no money, there was no public service, there was nothing except perhaps most visible, dead bodies across the entire nation. Across the nation, so many detainees were rounded up. There were so many competing interests. So one, you had the government, the new government, that had to assert its authority, had to prove its worth. Second, you had all these people in prison. You had to find a way of judging them. You can't keep them in prison forever without trial. Three, there was a cry for justice from the survivors of genocide. Try them. Give us justice. Actually, some of them were saying, kill them. They have killed our people. And then you had the friends, the international community. Oh, justice delayed is justice denied. The state had to find a way of dealing with this crisis.
Centrafrique ou Bangui fait partie de l'Afrique équatoriale française colonisée par la France. Dans ce pays, nous avons des richesses, c'est un pays gâté naturellement. Nous avons des richesses comme le diamant, de l'or, nous avons l'uranium, nous avons du fer, nous avons du bois, nous avons du pétrole. Et toutes ces richesses-là attirent des convoitises. Les convoitises à l'extérieur comme en intérieur.
J'aimerais simplement, à titre d'exemple, vous dire que l'imam, qui est le président de la communauté islamique, et moi-même, président de l'Alliance des évangéliques en Centrafrique, nous sommes issus de la même ville, au sud-est. Et lorsqu'on dit que le conflit en Centrafrique est religieux, ça veut dire que l'imam et moi, nous devons aussi nous battre. Pour dire que le conflit en Centrafrique n'est pas un conflit religieux. C'est un conflit politique, un conflit qui émane de la malgouvernance. Comme l'a dit tout à l'heure mon collègue, les gens n'ont pas su gérer les populations centrafricaines, s'occuper de toutes les régions de la République centrafricaine, de sorte que certains ont vu qu'ils étaient lésés et qu'ils n'étaient pas pris en compte. Il fallait qu'eux cherchent aussi à s'emparer du pouvoir par la force.
Que la paix et la grâce de Dieu soient avec nous tous. Les autres ont tout dit, mais comme nous avons écouté depuis ce matin, quand il y a une crise, il faut tirer de cette crise des leçons, afin de prévenir aussi le vivre ensemble d'ici demain pour les années à venir. C'est comme ça qu'au niveau de la plateforme, nous avons aussi tiré des leçons de notre crise, la crise centrafricaine. Sachant que la crise, comme les autres m'ont précédé l'ont dit, c'était une crise purement et simplement politique et que la politique a instrumentalisé la religion, la fibre religieuse a été instrumentalisée, cela a causé aussi des répliques communautaires. Cela a causé une réplique communautaire dans notre pays. Il faut œuvrer pour un brassage, pour un vivre ensemble. Parce que notre slogan, c'est le vivre ensemble. C'est aussi chercher ce qui nous unit et laisser derrière nous ce qui nous divise.
For our brothers who are from Central Africa, I tell you, after that kind of tragedy, the healing will take more years than it took to destroy the country. You look at Rwanda now, people will tell you Rwanda is a normal country. I often tell people, this country is not a normal country. It's a wounded nation that is in a process of healing. I often tell our leaders, this is not a bus, it's an ambulance. Because every Rwandese you meet has been wounded in a way or another.
We were almost doomed after '94 to fail. Like many other countries have failed or are still failing. And yet in Rwanda, by digging maybe in our history, in our values, in our culture, we maybe came up with solutions tailored, customized for the time we were in.
And for our brothers from Central Africa, I can say the same. I've been watching television in tears because I can understand that kind of animosity, that kind of hatred, and then the big task you have when the war is over. You develop a new message, and you do it systematically, consistently, and long enough to see the nation healed. And I tell you, it takes more time than it appears. Even here, appearances can be kind of lying. People are still hurt, deep down. We still have a long way to go in the process.
Together with the participation of religious leaders from Central African Republic and youth representatives from South Sudan, youth sharing stories about their experiences and discuss of the conflict in their nations, learn about peace building and reconciliation success stories from around the world. We so much hope that everyone will go back and advocate for peace in their countries and communities.
The people can reflect together, because nobody will come to build our dignity. Nobody will come to build Africa. Still, Africa is in our hands. Africa in the hand of religious, Africa in the hand of youth, Africa is on the hand of everybody.
When your country is sick, you spend a sleepless night. I'm glad that I saw pastors and archbishops, when you mobilize the church to pray for the nation, actually the greatest answer comes from God first.
By 2000, approximately 120,000 alleged perpetrators of genocide were crammed into Rwandan's prisons and communal jails. The Gacaca card, pronounced as Gacaca, inspired by tradition and established in 2001 in Rwanda, in the wake of the 1994 Rwandan genocide, when between 800,000 and a million of Rwandans, mostly Tutsi, were slaughtered.
uyu mukecuru namuhemukiye n'ubu namusabye Marisa naguhemukiye nagusabye imbabazi
waba waramuhemukiye ute
naramwiciye ariko yampaye imbabazi hose nazimusabye ku mbere y'abagenzi banjye gucyo mbese n'ubu turi kumwe muri koperative yacu nta kibazo
wamwiciye umwana umwica umugabo
ubwo ndagiye mu gitero cyagiye mu bamuhemukiye nibaraho icyaha ko nangiye nagiye mu gitero cyamuhemukiye cyo ni icyaha nacyo burya ni icyaha.
TIJ means Travaux d'intérêt général, allows prisoners to complete their sentences through participation in activities such as clearing ground, road building, and construction of houses for genocide survivors. This program of TIJ brought the unity and reconciliation among the population.
Rwose ndabwiza kuri ubu nukuvuga ngo ba bantu twahemukiye turimo turagabira nabo nagashye batavuze numvisha hano turira abagenzi bacu bo bandi twahemukiye tukabaremera turakorana imiganda runaka twabasaniye amazu yabo hari n'umuntu wicanye twubakiye inzu arahari.
Muri iyi mitima muri ubu bwenge bw'urubyiruko turashyiramo iki harimo iki kugira ngo uru rubyiruko rube icyo turutezeho harajyamo iki urubyiruko wicishije inzara barwara bwaki murayizi burya no mu mutwe no mu bwenge naho harasonza byo iyo hashonje mu mutwe ya bwaki tuyibonera mu bikorwa ubona ibikorwa by'umuntu ushonje mu bwenge ukamenya ko buriya mu mutwe harimo bwaki.
I think at this moment we have a well-focused leadership with a clear vision for the nation, clear objectives every year, and I think that's what makes the difference actually, that people don't see. In terms of visible programs, if you walk around, you will see the cleanliness of our city and the beauty that is emerging, and a city with a plan where we used to live in a kind of chaotic construction. And then if you go down in the countryside, you see major changes are happening, like Imidugudu being built in a systematic way, Uduso Zindatwa with all the beautiful economic developments that are happening. This Girinha one cow per family type of program where we are fighting malnutrition and poverty, and clean water and schools, 9 years basic education, things like those. Actually, there are so many things that are going on.
Our people know what is good for them. We must endeavor to show it. We must be seen to be doing things that prove that. So, Agachiro is simply central to everything we are doing for our development. That pride, that self-belief, that being who we are and who we should be, and trying to be the best that we can be.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Serge Louis Gamba, en tant que jeune rwandais, mais aussi en tant que rescapé du génocide et aussi africain.
Je m'appelle Eugénie Urugeni, en tant que rwandaise et surtout en tant qu'africaine.
Je m'appelle Yvette Moutoniwase, en tant que jeune rwandaise, survivante du génocide et surtout en tant qu'africaine. Je tiens à vous transmettre mes vœux de paix, d'unité et de prospérité. Nous partageons malheureusement un fardeau similaire. Mais comme nous, je suis sûre que vous apprendrez de votre passé en vue de construire un futur meilleur.
Mais nous avons la détermination, nous avons la volonté de tenir les engagements que nous avons pris, c'est-à-dire remettre sur pied l'État, organiser les élections dans les délais prescrits pour permettre au moins de mettre en place des institutions démocratiques.